Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Pleasure and an honor to have you here.
It's a pleasure and honor to be here, and I'm really appreciate and thank all the organizers for giving me the opportunity to speak to everyone.
With regards to the topic, which is love for the sake of Allah, something very specific I wanted to know, like the neighbors, the people who will live with, like most of our lives, you know.
Yes.
How should we treat them, and what Allah expects us, you know, what is it?
Of course, our neighbors, we should be very kind to our neighbors. In fact, the Prophet ﷺ said, Jibreel came to me and ordered me to be kind and to treat my neighbors with kindness so often that I thought that he was also going to order me to leave my inheritance for him also. To that point. And as Muslims, we have to be kind to our neighbors. And the Prophet ﷺ, when he was in Mecca, he had two of the worst neighbors. And so, but he was always calling them to Islam. And he had in Medina, he had a neighbor who was a Jew. But when his son became sick, and he treated him very bad. His neighbors used to throw trash in his front door. But even with that, he was still kind to them. In fact, when his son was about to die and pass away, he visited him also. So when you love your neighbor and you're kind to your neighbors for the sake of Allah, then believe it or not, sooner or later, inshallah, they will change. And you have, as a Muslim, we have to stand out. We have to be so outstanding that others will be astonished at our actions. So much so that they will come to us and ask, why are you so kind? And then you tell them, because I'm a Muslim, do you want to know what Islam is? That's what you want. That's the type of neighbor you want to be. Let me tell you one story. Abdullah ibn Mubarak. Abdullah ibn Mubarak was a very noble scholar of hadith and fiqh, very respected, known for his piety and righteousness. And he had a neighbor who was a Jew, and somebody wanted to live close to Abdullah ibn Mubarak, and he said, you know, this was a Jew, so he wanted to buy this Jew, his house. So he said, I want to buy your house. How much are you selling it for? And so he told him, I think it was it was supposed to be 100,000, the price of the going rate at that time. So he said, I'm going to sell this to you for 200,000. And so he said, you know, if you were to sell this for 100,000, that would be a lot already. Why are you asking for 200,000? Who would buy it for 200,000? So he said 100,000 for the house and 100,000 for being the neighbor of that man over there, Abdullah Mubarak. Being his neighbor. But now, you know, Muslims, like especially in the West, sometimes the neighbors want to move away. And some of us, we treat our neighbors so bad that they want to move away from us. Is that how a Muslim is supposed to be? No. You have to be the best neighbor, the best classmate. You have to be the best teacher, the best father, the best student. A Muslim excels and is always excellent. And that's why the Prophet said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَتَبَ الْإِحْسَانَ فِي كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. Allah has written excellence in everything. And He loves excellence. No matter what you do the best that you can do. And you be the best. If you're in class, you be the best student that you can be, so that people will say, you know, the Muslims are always on top. What's given them that type of motivation? And then when somebody comes to you, why are all the Muslims? You tell them, because the Muslims are the best people on earth. And then you tell them about Islam, because Islam orders us to be the best that we can be. The most loving, and even a dog. So if being kind to a dog, you're getting that kind of reward. Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani said, how much more reward are you going to get for being kind to a non-Muslim human? That was his proof that you can give sadaqah to a poor man who's not Muslim. You can be kind to a because humans deserve even more than that. And so you have to be the best neighbor that you can be. Wallahu ta'ala.